The legacy of Martin Luther King was celebrated on Tuesday at the Normal High School. But who is this man? Let's discover that with Mohamed Golfa.
Martin Luther King was born on 15 January 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States of America. Originally named Michael, he was later renamed Martin. Like his father, a Baptist minister, his mother, Alberta Williams King, was a school teacher. Young Martin was destined to become an American Baptist minister, an activist who later became the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement from 1954 through 1968. Civil rights movement is the campaign in the 1950s and 1960s to change the laws so that African Americans have the same rights as others. He is best known for his role in the advancement of civil rights using tactics of nonviolence based on his Christian beliefs and inspired by the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi. In 1964, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequality through nonviolent resistance. In 1968, King was planning a national occupation of Washington, D.C. to be called the Poor People's Campaign when he was assassinated by James R. Ray on April 4th in Memphis, Tennessee. Ray was later arrested and sentenced to 99 years in prison for King's murder. King was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established as a holiday in numerous cities and states beginning in 1971 and as a U.S. federal holiday in 1986.
After the biography of that man, let's see what's happening at Ian Soup with our reporter Bakari Jara.
The legacy of Martin Luther King is celebrated every January 15th throughout the world. The U.S. Embassy in Mali, in collaboration with the direction of Normal High School and SIP, celebrated this great event last Tuesday. After a presentation of the program and the welcome of the General Director of ANSIP, the speaker, André Partey, explained the heritage of Martin Luther King before answering the question of participants.
I think that Martin Luther King said it much better than I ever could, but I would say that his vision was of an America, and I wish I had the speech in front of me to quote him right now, but his vision was of an America where his children were not judged by the color of their skin, but rather by the content of their character. And what that means is that he hoped for an America where everyone, regardless of their nationality or their gender or their racial origin, would be able to have a fair shot and to advance their lives and their interests and to protect and benefit their families.
The director of English department of NSIP appreciated this conference and took advantage of it to call students to learn English.
Well, Martin Luther King is a great man. His ideas changed his country, changed the hearts of the people, the laws, and life, politics, and even the economy in his country, and gave his country a better future, the one they're living today. If they were able to elect a black president, well, I would say it's partly because of the legacy of Martin Luther King.
So when Martin Luther King say no violence, what do you understand this word?
Well, violence can hardly achieve anything. And why use violence to achieve what you can achieve without violence? So it was successful, and it was probably the most suitable weapon for the time, and it did work.
Some participants of the conference have not had their impression.
So the lesson is that for the no violence, it's something like this. So we can ask our rights, so without the violence, it's something like this. So this is the case of Martin Luther King. So during his fight for the freedom for the blacks, you know. So he did the light without using the violence.
First of all, being in the United States was one of the things that I was like looking forward to, and when I was given the opportunity, I went to the USA, and I was able to visit where he had the famous speech. I have a dream, and that was like one of the biggest moments in my life, because I learned about him when I was a student at Flash and at NSIP here, and being on the spot where he had this speech was like a great moment for me. English is a gateway, you know, to the United States, and it opens doors, and to have a good job, and to be working for different, you know, famous organizations and structures like USAID, and yeah, in different places. So yeah, those who are learning English, they need to be focused on the learning and continue learning, and it will surely open doors for them. I have a quote, like one of the quotes from Martin Luther King, that I love very much, and it is, the time is always right to do what is right. So, and we need to keep working hard and be focused on doing what is right for humanity.
The speech of Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream, have been projected in the room. This projection has been well appreciated by all participants of this conference.